We be live. I think.
I don't know why that still makes me laugh every time. When it is every time.
Yes. Well, are we live? Can somebody confirm? Ghost Bunny saying, hello, loves. Hi, Ghost Bunny.
Hello, love.
Soha is here. Secular Rarity is here. Kenji is here. Katie, our official goddess, is here. Soha is saying audio is great. Okay, that
goddess
must
in residence.
Yes. Our queen is not here. Anyways,
I just checked in. We are live.
We are, yeah. Well, how could we not be live when Soha is saying audio is great? Come on. All right. What are we talking about today?
Well, we're gonna discover some things. So this was recommended to us by a patron. I believe it was.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The Gaysian American.
Yes.
Great username. Who recommended this, and I'm impressed that I remembered this because this was a while ago. Yeah, and we really like little animated videos about stuff we're not very familiar with, and they also recommended the Monkey King video, which we loved. So I was like, let's
yes,
because also in that the Monkey King video, or that whole myth, is also kind of about the warring schools of thought in China. Kind of the moral of the story is ultimately the Buddhism is the most superior one, right?
Right.
And we've previously learned about Taoism. There's kind of internal struggles within Taoism and Confucianism, and so, but it's not something either of us are very familiar with. And this looks like a good primer for us to learn some things with our audience, our fam.
Yes. Okay. Cool. We're just basically watching this with you guys and learning with you guys. Okay. Cool. Oh my god. All right. Why are you highlighting that? Stop it.
Because I know you love it.
No.
What are you talking about?
Well, is Kenji a boy or a girl?
That doesn't mean that people can't appreciate that you obviously worked hard on something. I know you worked hard on it. You should be proud of it.
Yes. I am proud of it, but yeah. Anyways. All right, let's go on.
Confucianism, as many would know, is the predominant philosophy of China. From interpersonal relationships to customs, rituals, and ethics, all aspects of Chinese civilization is steeped in Confucian philosophy.
Wait, didn't he just show Tai Chi? Isn't Tai Chi, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Tai Chi more closely associated with Taoism than Confucianism? Look,
possibly.
He just showed
it's about the Tao, the Qi, the energy.
If I'm right about this, I am impressed by myself. Because I just told everybody I have no idea what we're watching, and we're 10 seconds in, and did I just manage to catch a mistake with this channel that is supposed to be knowledgeable about all things Asian?
Asian American, hi! Thank you for recommending this video.
Thank you for recommending this.
Glad you could join us.
Can somebody tell me if I should be impressed with myself right now? he just talked about Confucianism, and he's saying everything in China is connected to Confucianism, something, and he's showing us Tai Chi, even though Tai Chi is more Taoism than Confucianism. Look.
Technically, yes.
Wow, guys, we're 10 seconds in, and I caught something Wow, I'm so impressed with myself. And I don't even need you guys to be impressed with me because I'm impressed by myself, okay? I don't even require your acknowledgement. I'm proud of myself. I'm so freaking impressed right now. Amazing. Oh my God. I'm so great. All right, let's continue.
All aspects of Chinese civilization is steeped in Confucian philosophy. But 2,000 years ago, before Confucianism reigned supreme, it had to fight in the ideological brawl against hundreds of other philosophies and schools of thoughts in the intellectual jungle of pre-imperial China. in a struggle called contention.
Intellectual jungle is so much better than marketplace of ideas.
You're right. Marketplace of ideas has been cringe since Dave Rubin has adopted it. And now everybody like shudders when somebody says marketplace of ideas. So we could just
intellectual jungle.
Intellectual jungle. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. We're gonna use that instead of marketplace of ideas.
Of 100 schools of thought.
By the way, I think Confucianism is like supposed to be the most rigid, orderly, structural one, but I think there was another thing that was even worse than Confucianism.
Oh, geez.
Something like legalism or something like that, which reminds me of CCP today. You know what I mean? And I want to see if we could see anything in ancient China that could be resemble to CCP today.
This is the story of the Great War of Ideas and how Confucianism managed to beat all the others to rise to the top despite having all the odds stacked against it.
You didn't have this odds stacked against you. When you have chaos, when you have too much order, people are like, give me something less harsh. Give me something that is relaxing. Give me something hippy dippy, lovey dovey,
a little more libertarian than authoritarian,
little bit more anti-control or something like that. Like, give me more Taoism, right? And then when you have chaos and everything is falling apart, and you need like security and order, people are like, okay, we're in the market. No, wait, not marketplace of ideas.
The intellectual jungle.
In the intellectual jungle of intellects, schools of thought.
Yes.
You're like, give me order, give me some stability, give me some control, right? And in that environment is when Confucianism rose. So it didn't have the odds stacks against it.
By the
was
way,
actually
you were right. It is legalism.
Coming
fresh out the gate, nailing it.
Yes, impressive. Let's see. By the way, this channel is very underrated. I looked at some of their videos, like Cool History Bros. Like, with all this animation, they're only 48,000 subscribers. Like, go give them some love. This channel is all about Asians history.
Wait, you know what you should do? You should show people how to like the video.
Guys, look.
So people
First
know
of all,
how to like and subscribe to this video.
If you are too stupid to know how to subscribe, wait, this is not how we get subscribers, right? I have to actually, guys, this is how you get subscribe here. Like, look at this. I just subscribed to this channel.
But you gotta, you know what you also gotta do? You gotta like the video too.
No, wait. First, you have to hit the bell button. And when you hit the bell button, make sure you select all. And then you have to like as well. And then you can comment as well. This really, what am I doing? Why is it going down? This really helps our channel grow and their channel grow. So make sure you do this.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure.
Hey, Luke is here.
Hey, Luke.
Finally, my sleep schedule is unhealthy enough to be up for an AR stream.
Yay to shorter lives. Anyway, let's continue. Guys, do all the things that you saw I did. I hit a subscribe, bell button, like, and I commented. Do all the things with this video, okay? See, I'm showing them some love. You show us some love.
During the spring
oh my god, this is so helpful. Guys, this channel is really helpful. I love timelines like this. I always like when I'm studying history and I'm like, wait, what year are we at? And the timelines like this is really, really helpful. Oh, here, 500 BCE. This is when like an explosion of ideas happened, not just in Asia, but everywhere. Like, it's weird. Like 500 BCE, it seemed like the whole planet was decided like, hey, here's a whole bunch of ideas that is going to change everything everywhere at the same goddamn time.
What
Like,
was going on then? Was there more
I don't know.
stability in terms of agriculture or something?
No,
Like people
like
were being fed enough to focus on these things?
maybe it's an environmental thing.
That's what I'm
Wait,
thinking.
yeah, because it's not just like not countries, areas that are not even connected, weren't even connected. They were also like experiencing an explosion of ideas everywhere. Wait, hold on. I think I have a timeline somewhere.
Asian American is saying they call it the axial age.
Is that when all the ideas exploded? Wait, can we say exploded or are we gonna get a strike?
We're so paranoid now.
I don't know. Are we gonna get a strike for this? Hold on.
Can we speak English on this channel?
This is what this come to. Look at what I have. Look at what I have. I paid for this. I had to pay for this because I need timelines to make sense of things.
Yeah, you're really like, Susie, can I buy this?
Wait, let me see. 500. I needed this. Look at this. Okay, these are the Buddha, Confucius, Lao Tzu. Okay, I'm a little bit off because just 200. Okay, so around this, between in classic antiquity, right? At the end, around classic antiquity, like between 500 BC and 300 BC, we have an explosion of ideas in the Far East, right? Look at this. You see, like all of these at the same time, all of these main people at the same time in 500 BC and also 300 BC, which is pretty close. You have like Plato and Aristotle, but also 500 BC. This timeline doesn't have like Israel. What was 500 BC happening in Israel? What was it? 500 BC supposed to be 500 BC Israel. Isn't that supposed to be? Anyways, I don't know. I maybe I'm just trying to make sense of things by connecting things that are not supposed to be connected. But yeah.
Oh, it says a larger, more detailed poster version of this chart is available.
No, that's I saw that already.
I was going to say that'd be a good gift.
That's too much. It was too much detail. I like it a little bit simple. Anyway, so we're around the area where we have an explosion of ideas. That's where we are. Sorry, we took a detour. Can you keep highlighting the comments because I'm too much distracted? Thank you.
Katie's saying, "Oh, this is a pretty good chart, actually. Don't worry about it being a little off. This chart is probably a little bit off itself based on some of the dates I've seen for civilizations."
Yeah, the thing is that if it's too accurate, if your charts are too accurate, then you're gonna be like, you want. It says, by the way, itself here. This purpose of this chart is to provide a broad overview of history, and therefore the dates used are approximate. Okay, so the good thing, if it's too detailed, then you're not going to remember it. I need it to be simple. Okay. Also, I'm gonna edit this myself at some point, and I'm gonna add, I don't know where, but I'm gonna add the history of Israel. It's very interesting that Israel is not here. Like the whole everything that happened, like where King David was supposed to be, or when the Exodus was supposed to be, which is never happened. Like none of that is here. And even the parts of Israel's ancient history that we know happened, like the temple destruction or anything like that, is not here because they were so insignificant. Like they became that whole people in Israel. Like they were not a big part of history. The only reason why that history becomes significant is because of Christianity. Like Christianity made a small little group of people in a
tiny civilization,
a tiny civilization that was not a major part of any empire, and it wasn't even a big thing that other emperors even thought about. Like for example, when King Cyrus went and took over that area, took Babylon. Did you oh, I can't say that people. Those people, the children of Abraham. I don't know what I can say. I'm sorry. They thought that, oh yeah, Cyrus came here to save us, but no, it was you were like among a lot of other people that Cyrus came there for, and not for like that's Cyrus freed after the takeover of Babylon. It wasn't even like you were an afterthought, right? But that history of that region became significant only because Christianity made it significant. Anyway, that was a major detour. Let's get back on track.
In the Warring States era, China had a flourishing free marketplace of ideas.
Hey! Said free market of
I was on top of it.
Wow, actually use it. Okay, when was this? This is still May 2020. Apparently, free market place of ideas is not cringe yet.
States era, China had a flourishing free marketplace of ideas. School of thoughts such as Confucianism, Taoism, Legalism, Mohism, and many others were jostling for influence in the courts of various rulers of the land.
Wait, how many of these do we know?
One just called small talk.
That's a school of thought?
That sounds like something you would be diametrically opposed to.
Okay, I don't understand this. Yin Yang is here and Taoism was over here. Isn't Yin Yang part of Taoism? How is this two separate things?
I mean, it's very likely that, these take bits and pieces from each other.
I don't
lend ideas from one another.
Okay, so legalism, this is like the scary one. This is horrible.
Like most bureaucratic.
Yes. And yeah, Confucian. This is the hippies. Okay, the hippie dippies. This is the somewhat a lot of structure, too much structure for my taste, but definitely. Still less structure than legalism. I have no idea what this is.
No, me neither.
Yin Yang is supposed to be Taoism. Agriculturalists. I didn't know you could have an ideology around agriculture. What the hell is this one?
Logician.
That sounds like the rational. What does that mean? What do you think that means?
Maybe rationalism.
That's what I was thinking, but that's too good to be true. I mean, why didn't this one survive? This is this is our team, Susie. This is our team.
Well, until we find out they're terrible.
These are our people. These are our people. We're the pink people, okay? We're rooting for the pink ones, okay?
Influencing the masses is one thing, but winning over rulers is the jackpot, man.
What is small? This is the worst.
No, that's what it is.
Small talk is the. If I didn't know, I hate small talk, right?
Like pleasantries, etiquette, yes. Power off, yes. Like more than anything.
Yes, like when somebody wants to do small talk with me, I imagine human rights violation.
Oh yeah,
I want to inflict them on them. No, I want to inflict the world's greatest human rights violations on the people.
Until the small talk is over.
Well, I'm pretty sure the ones. Never mind. Wait, in Minecraft, I'm supposed to say in Minecraft. I think that works. But now I know there's a school of thought around small talk. I didn't know they actually have their own madhab. Oh, these are madhab.
Armin's like, this is worse than legalism.
This is worse than Islam. Okay, this school of thought. Apostate Prophet wanted to confirm with me on Twitter that I think Islam is the worst ideology in the world. Now that I know there's an ideology around small talk, this is it. This is worse than Islam. Okay, finally found an ideology more dangerous than Islam.
Are collectively called the 100 schools of thought, even though there are plenty more than 100 schools. But 100 is a pretty nice sounding round number. A school of thought is not necessarily a philosophy, like Confucianism or Taoism. It could also be based on technical skills, like the school of military and school of diplomacy. It could even be a combination of the two, like Mohism, which combines that philosophy of impartial care and defensive siege warfare. But out of the hundreds of schools out there are only 10, which the historian Pan Ku considered to be major schools. Confucianism is a philosophy and governing system that advocates for treating others with kindness and respect.
I didn't know you have schools of thought around trade, and can you have like a school of thought around like video games?
Probably.
Let's make a school of thought around streaming. Also, this whole thing of like, this is the laziest way of talking about an ideology, okay? Like, this is like the cheapest like brownie points any ideology gets. We teach you to be kind to other people.
Oh.
I mean, cool. I mean, okay, show me an ideology, like even the worst religions or ideologies or philosophy that is responsible for the most destructive things that has ever happened in human history. Show me one of them that came out and said, yeah, just be a dick to people. Like they had that like in their commandments or somewhere, like a guide to life. Just randomly be dicks to people. Just don't be nice. Don't be nice.
Well,
to people.
I mean,
I mean,
in a way, like Machiavellianism is kind of like that. It's not just being an outright dick, but it's this kind of dark triad of psychological traits that you use.
But even they teach you to be nice to people for certain
personal gains
and stuff. No, but I'm just saying, like and it's amazing how so many people like legit excuse a bad ideology because on the face of it they're telling you to be nice to everybody, right? Like, I mean, people are like, oh look, I found the hadith in Islam that says be nice to people, or like, oh, Christianity says be nice to your neighbors. How could you be against that? Oh, like, oh my god, okay, I guess Christianity good, yay. Like, I mean, it's such a lazy, like, I don't know. I mean, I think at least 99% of ideologies out there have at some point said like, yeah, be nice.
Asian American has a good comment. Confucianism clearly delineates compassion by familial relations, male relations over female, blood over friendship, clan before nation.
Right. Yes.
So even to be nice and kind to people, like that itself is stratified within the school.
Yes.
Highly
same thing with Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, right? Yeah. Like, yeah, don't take slaves from your own people, but other people are okay.
It encourages rulers to treat their subjects with humaneness, and in return, the subject will show deference to their ruler. This school of thought was started by Confucius, but he did not really invent the whole idea. He was really just espousing for the adoption of the traditional values of the ancient lords and kings of the Zhou dynasty and earlier. So he's really just a traditionalist who wants to bring back the values of the nobles and extend it to the masses. Taoism is a philosophy, a religion, and sometimes also a political theory.
Wasn't Taoism kind of a response to Confucianism? Yeah, Taoism was like, screw all this order, just relax.
It encourages living in accordance with the Tao. Tao, or the way, is a concept that's akin to the natural.
The way, the Dharma. This is the Dharma. This is the Dharma version of. So the Chinese call it Tao. Indians call it Dharma, the way, and Islam calls it Sirat al-Mustaqim.
Well, except that's a very different conception of it.
And other people call it the Force. I know, it's still the same thing. No.
Law of the universe. Instead of creating rigid rules like Confucianism, Taoists prefer to flow with the current and practice the principle of Wu Wei, or action through deliberate inaction. Because sometimes things can work much better with less interference and less bureaucracy. This school of thought, like most others, was only categorized later in the Han Dynasty. Prior to this, Taoist philosophers like Lao Tzu, Zhuangzi, and Liezi were just doing their own things. But they were grouped into the school of Taoism because their work covered similar topics.
Oh, that's why there's sometimes contradictions, I think. Because Taoism is like, just relax, don't do anything. And then there's Tai Chi in Taoism, and they're like, wait, you told me not to do anything. Now you're telling me to do something. And you're also saying like too much structure is bad. And now you have Tai Chi, which is like a lot of specific movements in a specific way, in a specific structure, which really contradicts what I think Taoism is supposed to represent. So maybe that's why there's contradictions, because they're like just grouping a whole bunch of other people together.
The only school of thoughts that had some form of organization during the warring states was Confucianism and Mohism. The Mohists were the weird kick-ass hippies of ancient China.
Cool.
Wait, I like this now. I have never heard. Have you ever heard of Mohism before?
No.
This is my first time. Yeah. Look how humble we are. We're acknowledging our ignorance. Aren't we so great at being humble?
Oh, I can't stand it.
We're just so amazing.
Oh my god.
They think loving one's own family and friends is not enough. So they preach impartial care. You should care for everyone equally, even strangers.
Okay, that's dumb. You
Yeah.
should equally like your strangers the same as your own like child.
They are pacifists, but they are not stupid.
They are stupid.
When you are living in an era of war, just because you don't attack others, it doesn't mean that the others won't attack you. So they also became experts in defensive siege warfare.
Isn't pacifist supposed to be like not even argue for defense? I don't know. Depends on how you define pacifist. But I think if you're teaching your people how to do martial arts, I don't think you're a pacifist. I don't know. Do you think that's a pacifist? Depends on how you define, I guess.
And their agents often rush to help other smaller states.
Oh my God! Yeah, they're not a pacifist. They're not even staying. They're not even staying where they are until they're attacked. They're actually sending troops to defend other people. Yeah, that's not pacifism.
The thing is, it's like, well, in terms of there, I feel like there are very few schools of thought that are against self-defense.
Yeah, but they're not even.
But this isn't self-defense.
This is not even like. I mean, you could justify any type of aggression like this way because they're not even self-defending. They're sending their own people to defend others.
Warfare, and their agents often rush to help other smaller states to defend against invasions.
Oh no. Pause. They're helping smaller states defend themselves.
I know, but you could. Any form of aggression could be branded as self-defense against some type of aggression.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you could, especially if you're sending troops to defend other people, then you could be basically sending troops everywhere outside of your own area to defend yourself with the excuse of defending other people.
But for some reason, they hate music.
What? Chinese? I did not. I thought that was only Islam. They hate music. Why would they hate music? Honestly, I've never thought I would ever hear a Chinese school of thought being anti-music. This is amazing. This is the only other ideology outside of Islam that I've ever experienced being anti-music.
Oh, there's some people that are like that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
This is my first time hearing.
Weirdo. Logicians, as the name suggests, studies logic.
Why do they make the logicians look like this?
Why you gotta make them a neckbeard, bro?
What? You might as well put a fedora on his head, or like this is like the internet guy. Like I don't know. This is
Milady.
Look at this. This is our people. Look how they're portraying our people. This guy is probably an atheist, and this is like a I don't know, meme version of what atheists are supposed to look like. Are the logicians? Yeah, look at you know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me find this. I know, you know what people think. People, the way they like make fun of atheists. I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know what to search for.
The rationalist, he just spends too much time thinking, not enough time exercising. That's why he's a neckbeard, I guess.
I can't find a meme that I'm looking for. Anyways, it's fine.
Semantics and related subjects.
Do you think they're like these logicians? I'm hoping like. Do you think they were like full on like anti-superstition kind of people? Let's see if we could get that far. Because in India we had that. You know, in India we had schools of thought that was like so completely anti-superstition, and a lot of Hindus try to claim them as part of Hinduism.
Yeah,
and they're like, you can't just claim any school of thought from India just because it's from India. Are you talking
about the Charvakas?
Yes, exactly. But like people are like, oh my god, that's a Hindu tradition. They're like, no, it's not. Shut up. It's anti-Hinduism. But yeah, so let's see if these people are as good as the Charvakas. Did I say it right? Charvaka?
Semantics and related subjects. They are the equivalent of the, well, actually, guy on Twitter.
Hey, see, they're making fun of the rationalist. Okay, so I must say, when it comes to logic, we Maoists are actually pretty adept at it. I guess it comes naturally with our focus on engineering. Okay, so let's see what the rationalists saying. Well, actually,
one of their most famous argument is the white horse discourse. They argue that a white horse is not the same as a horse, because a horse does not necessarily have the property of being white.
The fuck? Is this like a bad spin on a Platonic ideal?
Okay, I'm not happy with it. I prefer India's rationalist over China's rationalist.
This is their most famous rhetorical.
Let's see. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so this is a white horse is not technically a horse because whiteness is not part of the definition of a horse.
As a white horse does. Smart asses. And you wonder why their school got mostly wiped out? Despite their differences.
Wait,
okay,
that was it?
That was it?
No, go back. I need to pick this apart.
Oh my god. This was our hope. This was the school of thought that we were cheering on, and it completely crashed.
Argue that a white horse is not the same as a horse, because a horse does not necessarily have the property of being white, as a white horse does. Smart asses. And you...
That's too dumb. This is
Did they not understand what an adjective is?
No, don't even try. This is too dumb. God damn it. China. Wait, can you reduce my audio? I'm hearing
this is like I can't. You're on 1%.
Okay.
This is like a really bad version of a Platonic ideal.
Come on, there must be a better rationalist school of thought.
Nah, we got to dig into the school of thought. I bet there's more going on here than this, because this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You wonder why their school got mostly wiped out? Despite their differences, these various schools are not ideological purists. Various schools feed off each other by exchanging criticism and even grow by borrowing concepts from each other.
See? That's what I said.
What was it chewing up?
Yin yang.
By borrowing concepts.
Oh yeah. Taoism is eating. What was the first thing that they ate?
Criticism and even grow by borrowing concepts
from yin yang, okay.
Case point, the school of yin yang.
Oh, so yin yang was separate from Taoism, and Taoism. Wait, is that not gonna get intellectual? This is Pac-Man, right? You could get a strike for this. This is trademark violation. That? I mean, yeah, this is obviously Pac-Man.
Doing concepts from each other.
Look, this is a trademark violation. This guy doesn't own Pac-Man.
Case point, the school of yin-yang and Taoism. The concept of the 5-element and yin-yang was developed by the former, but Taoism incorporated some of the ideas into their own philosophy and absorbed the school later in history. The school of the...
Hey, so it's interesting because We knew that yin yang was part of Taoism. Now we understand why they seemed separate schools at first. Interesting.
Diplomacy is also known as the School of Vertical and Horizontal Alliances. The name comes from the policies of two very famous warring states diplomats, Su Qin and Zhang Yi. Both of them were students of Gui Guzi, or Master of the Ghost Valley. Su Qin was a proponent of the Vertical Alliance. He lobbied for various smaller states to form an alliance so that they can oppose larger states like Qin. Zhang Yi, on the other hand, is the proponent of the Horizontal Alliance. He lobbied to break the alliance of smaller states so that they can be picked off individually by a larger one. These guys make great negotiators. The School of Agriculture. These folks just...
Okay, I want to really know, how could you have a school of thought around agriculture? And did they always have their products in their hair? But this is gonna be. How do you make a school of thought around agriculture? I guess maybe like these people were the communists of the time.
Maybe
this is
not.
like
maybe more like
pro-labor,
modernity, return to tradition. Like,
no, this is like the people that thought like labor, food is getting food out of the ground is basically what entire civilizations run on, and the people who are responsible for it are supposed to be like your entire structure of the state, and the philosophy of how you run society and country should be based on, be orbiting the idea of these people use their skills to feed everything, and everything else depends on it. I'm just guessing before we play it. Okay.
Just want everyone to go back to farming.
Oh,
what did
you
I
were
say?
right. You got it. You got the right. Yes. Okay. Good job. They just want everyone to go back to farming. Okay.
I hope the live chat is keeping score right here. Oh,
Yeah.
Secular Rarity, keep getting it right, Tally. We're tied right now. I think I just earned another point.
Yes. That's good. Wait, we have some anarchists who feel like this, right? Like we should just all go back and just.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I used to know a lot of them. They believe in decivilization.
Yes.
Which would basically actually result in like mass disease,
Yes. So wait, is that like what some anarchists feel like? Is that? Oh, God damn it! Isn't that what some anarchists want?
It depends.
Right.
I mean, talk about schools of thought. There's a million schools of thought in anarchy.
I know. So that's why I say some. That's why I said some anarchists.
Yeah, the anarcho-primitivism. Thank you, Murtad. So a lot of it has to do with like anarchism is actually a utopian ideology, in my opinion. And so to be able to reach this state of like mutual aid, like communism, sometimes depending on who you talk to, like and there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah,
but basically this utopian idea is impossible with our current modernity. It's impossible.
Of course.
It's also just impossible in general. But it would require us to decivilize.
Right. So I thought like this is more like kind of like the communist, but they were more like anarcho-primitives of their time.
And built society based on the idealized ancient agrarian structure, where the rulers work side by side in the field with the people. It wasn't very popular.
Pause.
The school
emphasis on idealized.
Oh, we have Kenji saying something. You want to read Kenji?
Anarcho-primitivism has multiple different interpretations, yes, but a lot of it is actually going back to pre-agrarian society, so being hunter-gatherers. Yeah. Some people, like, I don't know what the next step above, like, who are like anarcho, like agrarians, like some people are into that. But then there's also some of the same people I knew who were into like decivilizationwere also for the promotion of the abolition of work, which doesn't make any freaking sense because a lot of that people who are who want to abolish work, like a lot of that actually depends on automation.
Yes, abolition of work will one day happen through capitalism because of AI and automation. Everything that the socialists and communists want, capitalism will one day achieve. What is this? Really? Mohism was championed by Chairman Mao. Weren't Mo's supposed to be pacifist? Chairman Mao was like not very passive. I was like, I don't understand. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're supposed to try to figure out which one of these schools of thought is the CCP closest to. Wait, does the CCP promote? I don't know what they say they're closest to. I would suspect that they say that they are partly like want to celebrate Confucianism. I'm assuming, or whatever the Han Dynasty was mostly associated with. However, I think technically they're going to be the closest to legalism. So let's see if it actually covers legalism at some point.
School of Syncretism just copied other people's work. They just picked.
Wait, who are we talking about now?
The School of Syncretism.
I don't know what this is. Have you ever heard of that?
I think so.
Very popular. The School of Syncretism just copied other people's work. They just pick whatever is useful from various other schools and combine them into their own work.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Liu Buwei, who commissioned a tons of scholars to write a book in his name, was a practitioner of this. The School of Small Talk.
Oh my god, these are the evil villains. Okay, let's see. The School of Small Talk. What could this be about? Like, you want to run an entire country by talking about the weather? Like, I don't understand. How could you have...
How was the traffic on the way over here?
How could you have a school of thought around small talk? I don't understand. I'm trying to guess before I play it.
This sounds like your own personal, like, torture.
No, but, like, seriously, though, how could you have this? What could this be? I'm trying to guess before... Maybe the small talk means something else here than what we were. Maybe
that's
small talk here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wait, let me say before you say it, because you're 1 point ahead of me. I think small talk is about keeping to yourself and learning more than talking. You know, like focus on acquiring knowledge rather than.
There's a word for that.
You know, when we were kids, we were told there's a reason why God gave you two ears and 2 eyes, but only 1 mouth. Right? That's what we were told. So maybe that's what this is about. Do you have any guesses?
Asian American is giving me hints in the chat.
Hey, that's not fair.
If I get this right, then I won't count it as a point. Susanna was talking about the weather. What else talks about the weather?
What else talks about the weather? What else talks about? I don't understand. Small talk.
I'm stumped.
Oh, Mortad Skeptic has also heard that one. Interesting. All right, let's continue. Let's see if I was right.
Sometimes mistranslated as novelists, are not really writers of fiction, but they might as well be, because their job was to go out and collect information from the people of the streets and alley. Whether it be news, rumors, history, legend, their job is to report it to their superior. They are like the private journalists of lords, and they are prone to embellishing their subjects. Ancient fake news. The historian Hanku said that there were 9 styles and 10 schools. He considered the School of Small Talk to be one of the 10 major schools, but he did not think of them highly enough to consider it its own style.
How is this a school of thought? This is just like something they did.
Well, no, it could be a school of thought because it's like you got to keep our ears to the streets. They're like a citizen journalist. You got to keep your ear to the street, see what the people are talking about.
This is just
we're not esoteric. We're
yeah, but they're not saying that this is anybody. Like, were they telling people that everybody should do this? No, it's not a school of thought. It's not a way of life. It's nothing. It's just a job. Like, if this is a school of thought, then every trade should be a school of thought. Like, were they like telling people like, "Hey, this is the way of life, and everybody should do this"? Like, I don't. Makes no sense.
Asian American is saying, "Who tells you the weather?" Well, a meteorologist, but they didn't have meteorologists.
I don't understand how is this even. Okay, so I was wrong about this, but this makes no sense. And how does this have anything to do with small talk? Jordan, they talked a lot. They went and reported, listened to everyone talking. They wrote it down, and then they went to
because they're talking about the small talk, the gossip on the street.
Oh, okay. Okay, but this is a job. This is not a school of thought. This is so stupid. Who came up with the categories? Is this the guy who came up with the categories?
No, he said that he didn't consider it like that important.
Yeah, but he still considered it a school of thought. He's still dumb enough to. He just needed a round number. He wanted to just have 10. Idiot. Hold on, look at this.
Fake news. The historian Bangu said that.
Bangu, you're an idiot, Bangu. You just want look.
There were 9 styles and 10 schools.
Okay, 9 styles? Why? Okay, they just wanted to round it up to 10.
He considered the school of small talk to be one of the 10 major schools, but he did not think of them highly enough to consider it its own style.
Oh, wait. It is a school, but not a style. Okay, so you're an idiot. How is this a school of thought?
Among the 10 schools, legalism looked like the one that had the greatest chance to succeed. It was tough and had a winning backer.
Do you see they have a title card in the second for the history of legalism?
What?
No, see where the eye is in the corner? The title card's in the corner. You know what videos have the thing?
Oh, yeah.
Click on it. History of legalism. We should examine this.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's see what we think about this based on this short explanation.
It was tough and had a winning backer, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. This school of thought is a great fit for his personal ideology. It emphasizes on the draconian use of rules and laws to achieve certain goals.
Okay, here's an interesting thing. Here's an interesting thing, okay? If there is one mythological creature that every goddamn civilization seems to be obsessed with, even civilizations that had no connection with each other, it's the goddamn dragon, okay? Like, the dragons be everywhere, okay? Dragons or like giant serpents or whatever, from in Europe, in North America, South, everywhere, Middle East, China, they all had dragons in their mythology. And it seems like they independently came up with this mythological
That's why
creature.
someone once tried to argue with me that dragons were real.
Oh, because they all independently came from.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but the explanation for that is that we have evolutionary been wired to be shocked by
snakes.
Snakes, yes. And that's why this captured our imagination the most everywhere. Okay? And that's why in every mythology we have almost every mythology we have dragons. The main mythologies have dragons, okay? However, the difference between Chinese dragons and everyone else's dragon. By the way, they all are serpents, but you could tell a lot by the fact that they have different kind of faces. You know what I mean?
Characteristics, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but in China, the dragons are everywhere else. They're the evil part of you fight the dragons. Okay, almost everywhere else, you fight the dragons. The dragons is the one that goes against the hero. Okay, but in China, the dragon is good. The dragon is based. It's cool. Like if the dragon is
Powerful. It's a good thing.
The good guys. Like if the dragon is on your side, you are. So I don't know why, but China is like think about all the stories, fairy tales that non-Chinese people have. You have the hero going against the dragon, right? Or you have the Thor fighting the serpent.
Oh, Asian American is saying the Chinese dragon with several totem animals infused into one. Has the head of a camel, eagle claws, carp scales, deer antlers, tiger foot pads, a clam belly. I don't know how that works. And demon eyes. Wait, okay. I was telling Armin this before the stream. My understanding is that one of the reasons why jade is so highly treasured and highly prized.
Wait, don't get us demonetized by what you're about to say.
Jade is believed to be dragon. Can I say ejaculate?
Well, you said it, so we'll find out.
I don't know what I can say on YouTube.
cum, just say cum, I guess.
Yes. Is it true that jade is supposed to or believed to be dragon cum? Please, I need this knowledge. I need to know. Correct me, please.
Okay, but can somebody tell me why in China, unlike most other places, dragons are good and everywhere else dragons are bad? Anybody knows? Anybody knows? Is it because of these legalist people who wanted authority and they wanted something scary to be on their side? I don't know. Anybody knows in the live chat? Okay, let's go.
Use of rules and laws to achieve certain goals. In his case, it was unifying China. Once he did that in 221 BCE, he made legalism the official state philosophy of his empire and tried to wipe out all the other schools by burning their books.
These were the Yahtzee people of China.
This is the guy who has the terracotta soldier army that he buried himself with. And I think he also killed his whole army, like basically everything he owned when he died.
Okay, so I was saying we are already demonetized.
We're trying to get it back, okay?
We're trying to get it back, okay? We don't want to remove this video to get it back. Guys, we've been deleting. If you guys haven't noticed, we've been deleting so many of our videos. We're deleting half the videos on this channel.
It's getting real skinny.
Yeah. To reapply for monetization. Give everyone water, but okay.
Including Confucianism. Obviously,
wow, even Confucianism was not structured enough for the legalists. They got rid of Confucianism as well. This is
guy,
literal book burning.
I'm pretty sure, because I did a report on him in 5th grade, so my memory's a little hazy. I think he was trying to be immortal, so he was drinking mercury. And that's how he died.
God. Good. He needs to die. Wait, we have to be careful. You can't say drink, and we got a strike already for talking about health stuff. You can't say. You can't say
talk about historical things that happened.
Well, we got a strike on something without explaining about something that was on the news without us advocating. So we got a strike on that. So what do you think? So you can't just say drink and then say something that is dangerous. Okay, guys. YouTube algorithm. Please. We do not condone people drinking. Oh my God. I don't know what the rules are anymore. Anyways, let's continue.
Confucianism. Obviously.
Wait here. Katie is saying there are people who consider themselves to be descendants of dragon in China. You mean like Daenerys? Tigerians. So we have Tigerians in China. Amazing.
Obviously, he did not.
Hold on. Yeah, that's okay, Pyro. That's why I caught myself, and then me saying that made me realize that we need to be careful. But guys, this was literally the Yahtzee of China, so I think I'm safe. I don't know. Okay, in Minecraft,
all the other schools by burning their books. including Confucianism. Obviously, he did not succeed completely, as many classics were reconstructed later in history. But many books from lesser schools did not survive the devastation. It was remembered as one of the greatest literary tragedy in Chinese history.
It's amazing how sometimes wait, let me finish my thought.
Moment.
Yes, let me finish my thought. I'm just saying it's amazing how somebody with the mindset of destroying something gets in such a short amount of time just causes so much damage. It's always like the people who burn like the library in Alexandria, right? Or the Mongols destroying the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, or this guy. Like, if these people, like, we have like couple of like hundreds years of worth of people writing stuff down, that if it had survived, we would know so much more about our past, and they just come out and just like take a giant dump in history in just such a short amount of time. They come and like really it's so annoying every time. Oh my god, every time I feel like yeah, god damn it. I'm upset right now. Why does he have a frog on his? What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something.
Well, this whole like just trying to wipe out all past history and identity. It's like giving me very strong cultural revolution vibes.
Yeah. Why does he have a frog on his?
Yo no sé.
Shoulder? Okay. Yeah. Screw this guy.
Tragedy in Chinese history. For a time during the Qin dynasty, it looked as if legalism was poised to become the predominant philosophy of China. But things changed quickly because the draconian rules of legalism led to the rise of multiple popular revolts.
Hey, CCP, are you listening? Look, learn from your own history. Let me repeat this for the CCP if they're watching us. Okay, look at this.
But things changed quickly because the draconian rules of legalism led to the rise of multiple popular revolts.
I think CCP should like study its own history and learn something from what could happen.
Well, they don't have to worry about that if they quash them beforehand because they have an advanced surveillance state.
Right.
Combined with the weak leadership of Qin Shi Huang's successor, the Qin dynasty lasted for only a short 15 years period. When the Han dynasty took over in 202 BCE, Confucianism.
Wait, so Han, this is the ethnicity of the people that the CCP wants to. Is that correct? Like, these are the people, the Han
ethnic
dynasty
majority of mainland China, yeah.
And it's also like the CCP ideology right now is based on Han superiority. Is that correct? It's Han.
I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't know about the ideology, but their policies certainly seem to reflect that attitude.
And the Han Empire was mostly Confucianist. Am I correct on that?
I believe so.
Actually. So maybe that's why they want to brand themselves as Confucianists in China right now, because they associate themselves with the Han Empire, especially because China is most majority Han. I'm guessing these things. I have no idea if this is true. But technically, they're acting more like the legalists than the Confucianists.
Confucianism gained a little ground as it became a competing philosophy in the Han court, along with legalism and Huanglao-style Taoism. But it was nowhere as influential as the two others. And the first...
Taoism was more influential in the Han Dynasty? Who's pissing? Is this somebody pissing? Look, somebody's pissing. Hold on, look at
this. And the first emperor of the Han dynasty hated the Confucians so much, he would pee in their hat.
Oh my god, I was right. They are pissing.
Like, literally.
Yeah, he would pee in their hat. Wait, is that an emperor peeing in someone's hat?
Oh my god!
that took a twist I did not expect.
I was
Hold on.
Muhammad Hijab. Where are you? We have some golden showers ready.
It is P. Morted is saying it is P. Oh my god. Hold on.
And the first emperor of the Han Dynasty hated the Confucians so much he would pee in their hats. So they had to work hard to gain influence. Eventually, during the reign of the sixth emperor of the Han Dynasty, the great Han Wudi, they succeeded. A Confucian scholar's essay impressed the emperor so much he made Confucianism the state philosophy and banned all other schools of thought.
Wow.
From then on, Confucianism gained primacy and became the predominant philosophy of the Chinese civilization. Effectively, it won the Great War of Ideas against all the other schools merely by being tenacious enough to keep on surviving until it could get lucky. Which
sounds like Christianity with Constantine and Islam with Abdul Malik.
Means that its victory is mostly a fluke. Had other schools of thought won this great war of idea, China today could have been a completely different society.
Wow.
Could you imagine a logician-based hyper-rationalist China? Or a hippie?
That would be great. If I don't know, the logicians I think the logicians were misrepresented here.
Moist technocracy China. So what do
all right, that was actually.
you think? Which school of thought do you think would make a great setting for a story about an alternate history China? Comment below.
Alternative history. I mean, I want to see what the logician alternative history would look like.
Yeah, no, we should do another video on. I guess, is it logicianism? Logicism. We should do another video on that because I'm very curious.
I like this idea. I'll do him doing alternative history.
By the way, if you are entertained by this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like history,
hey, we already did.
We already did, guys. Give us a thumbs up too.
From Asia and other parts of the world, then you should subscribe because we release at least one video a week.
Yeah, guys, check this channel if you're interested in Asian history. Cool History Bros. It's a really good channel. It's really underrated. Like, this channel deserves to be bigger.
I really like their animation.
Until next time, stay cool, my bros.
Cool. So do you think that my guess about the characterization of current, is it that the CCP, I'm guessing, guys, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just guessing. Is it fair to say that the CCP is a Confucianist brand? Okay, so three things. It's a Han supremacist, Confucianist branding, technically legalist government. Definitely. Oh, no. Two things in branding that is not actually true. Branding, communism, definitely not a communist country. China is definitely not a communist country. So branding, communism, branding, Confucianism, actually legalism, and also actually Han supremacism. Is that a fair characterization of China today? Let me see in the live chat if anybody agrees. Gaysian.
I think you can make a good. The social credit score is very Taoist, in my opinion.
How? I think the social. I mean, I think the how the universe having a credit score is different from a government having a credit score. I don't think because if you could, is that, I don't know, because if you think like that, then how? I think it's actually completely the opposite. I don't understand. You have to explain yourself. Isn't China rationalist? No. From my limited understanding, that description seems pretty accurate, Armin. Hey, Kenji agrees with me. China is the biggest atheist country. Sweden is lesser atheist and lesser secular than China. Atheist country? What does that even mean? You mean atheist majority country? because you can't run on atheism, because atheism doesn't come with an ideology that involves any form of governance. Okay, Gaysian Americans saying, doing the non-doing, they incentivize other people to do their work for them. I think that's a stretch.
That's an interesting way of thinking about it.
I think that's a stretch. Doing the non-doing.
Paramount is saying, China is not Han supremacist today, you liberal Zionist, LOL. Well, Armin is both of those things. So
yeah, is
that
this
wasn't
like
an insult? That was just an actual descriptor of it.
Yeah, Payman, are you trying to
what?
insult me? Because those are accurate. I mean, I guess thank you. No, but China is definitely Han supremacist. Doing the no, I already read that. Let me see. Oh wait, Katie is tagging us. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Katie agrees with me. It is a Han supremacist for sure, and no, not communist or Confucian. Yes. So the things that it branded itself as, communist and Confucian, are the things that it's not. Those are just the branding. With the laws, it sounds legalist. Yeah, I have to agree. Wow, Katie agrees with me. Katie knows her stuff.
Asian is saying, as a Chinese American, are you an ABC? American born Chinese? The CCP is very Han supremacist, yeah.
I got that one right.
And like, I don't know, at least as an outsider, it seems pretty explicit too.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. All right. Cool. We're good. We're good to go. This was fun. I learned a lot. And I also, the main thing that I learned here is that I already know a lot.
I can't stand you.
That was the main thing that I learned here. Okay. And also, Susie, you also seem to know a lot. Okay. So I was very impressed by myself first, and then by the video. No, and then by Susie, and then by the video. But go check it out. It's a good channel. Go subscribe to them. Show them some love.
Do you want to do a
Don't promise them anything.
No, I'm asking. Do you want to do a video on the Logicians?
We don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Let us know in the comment after the stream is over. Post us link to videos that you think we should review in the comment section. All right. Cool. Yes. All right. This was fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, and talk to you guys soon. But subscribe to our newsletter. Subscribe to our newsletter so you can get our blasphemous art for free. We send our sexy, juicy blasphemous art for free, and we have new blasphemous art every single week. Every single week, we send it to our newsletter subscribers. So subscribe, and we also send you updates on the news around the world, blah blah blah. But we also send blasphemous art, and we also, the newsletter subscribers, get my book "Why There's No God" for free. So subscribe so you get this book for free as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bestseller on Amazon, and I'm giving it away to you guys for free. Just subscribe to our newsletter.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
You're welcome.